I'm Patrick Bailey with IQlist.com. Today is March 9th, 2018, and in this video I'm fulfilling an order for my daughter. So her order was to her wish fulfillment. She wanted a doghouse for her L.O.L dolls. Well, not the dolls, but I guess the dolls have little dogs or pets. So anyway, I'm going to go print out a little toy doghouse for her. Okay, here's the URL for the little doghouse I happened to find that seemed to work. I think it's going to work the best for a doghouse since it has a really big opening. But here it is. So what I'm going to do is just download it, which I actually did before, but I'll show you what I did. Download it. You'll find it here. And all I did was open up Prusa Control, plop this guy down here, and then I had to go make it smaller, so I actually went for 50% of size, figuring that that would be about the right size for her little dogs and that they would fit in there, little L.O.L pets, I guess. And then just generate the code, generate the G code, and there we go. Should be pretty cool to watch this thing get built. And so I saved the G code, which I had actually done before. And so now I'll go actually get it printed up. Okay, here's this really sped up time lapse, a little faster than I'll have at the end of this video. But also, while I did this, I wanted to kind of watch its construction and also follow how much it actually cost to actually build this model in electricity and in material. So on the left-hand side, you can see here's this watts up. I have a power meter, and I set it to, even though that's not the exact price here in Colorado, I set it to 10 cents per kilowatt to make it easier for anyone else to actually calculate, and it kind of rounds up for me, so it's okay. So based on 10 cent kilowatt power, and also based on filament, a kilogram of filament has about 333 meters, and I'm estimating about $20 for that. And so based on that price, a meter of filament should be about 6 cents. So based on all that, here's all the information for this guy. This took 6 hours and 50 minutes to complete, to print out. It also took 15.55 meters of filament. And it also, on the side, you'll see eventually it takes roughly about 5 cents of electricity. And so all in all, once you add all those numbers up, it comes out, the total cost for this was 98 cents in materials, electricity. The majority of it being materials, 92, no, I can't count now. 93 cents of materials and 5 cents worth of electricity. So I continue to be surprised on how little electricity this guy uses. I'm not so surprised in the material. If it was like 10 cents to print this, that'd be really cool. But, 93 cents, I'm not complaining. But anyway, there it all got printed. And so now there were some issues while I printed it out. And so I'll kind of go over that next here and also show it off to my daughter. So it is done and it works. I guess it actually fits her little L.O.L dogs. They actually can fit in there. Dogs, pets. L.O.L pets. Okay.
Because you can get hamsters, dogs, bunnies, cats.
Oh, you can get hamsters, dogs, bunnies, and cats. But this was an interesting print. I didn't realize it. It seemed like someone just threw this thing up on there. I'm still new to 3D printing. But the walls on this are just so thin. Now, I was amazed at what it did. It had some problems. So you may have noticed through the time-lapse video at certain parts, it was facing this way. And actually, at one point, it started picking up because this got so tall. And when it was moving around, it was actually jerking this whole thing around. So I actually ended up, while it was still printing, putting some weight in here just to hold it down so that it wouldn't pull up. And that actually seemed to work. And then at one point, when it got up here and doing the roof, and it was going back and forth and jiggering, it actually pulled itself off because it moved the whole wall. And then it popped itself back on. And so to kind of prevent that from happening, I put a weight on here for a little bit, and that seemed to help. But overall, I'm impressed with a couple of things, with how strong it is. So do you like it? It's a little unfinished. Okay. You like it? Oh, we're learning sign language. It's a bit ugly, but one thing I wanted to try out was see how it would do the arch, which I think it would have done this arch better, but it was jigging around. It was all too thin. I was really excited about this. This is just this little, I thought this would really screw up, just doing that little line as it went up. And actually, it's a little ugly, but it actually got it done. And now that it's all together, it's not as flimsy as I thought it would be. It's still thin. But I think I need to go really learn some AutoCAD stuff so I could make a redesign of this, where the walls are thicker and the floors are thicker. And I think that will work. Oh, that's a thank you. Okay, so what do you think of your L.O.L. Pets house? Dog house? Is it good? You like it? Okay. Well, you like it. Well, I think I need to go learn how to use some kind of CAD software so I can redesign this better. But overall, I'm impressed with, now that I didn't realize how thin the walls are, but I'm impressed with what the Prusa i3 MK3 did with it. Being a new person, after watching it get that high, I thought it would screw up, and it didn't. But I'm new. Maybe other printers are fine. Maybe that's just the way things work now, but I thought it was pretty cool. So, Kung Fu. Oh, Chicken Man? Dad. We learned.
My dad makes very weird statements of this.
I just learned today that that means dad, which also looks like Chicken Man.
Dad, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Miss Vade, you're welcome.
Oh, that's how I do I'm welcome. You're welcome. I'm learning. Okay, so after this, I'll just kind of put a slower time-lapse video so you can just kind of see the whole thing getting made in a little slower time-lapse than what I probably did before. hey, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, hey, give it a thumbs down. Also, if you like what we were doing here, subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button. And lastly, have a piece of info to share? Just post a comment.